Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good start to the day. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. It is a little after 8. Let's see, what, about 8:15? Yeah. Saturday morning. I'm a little behind where I wanted to be, but not much. Not enough to worry about. Probably, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Just because slept in a little bit. Don't tell nobody. So got up this morning. I got back kind of late yesterday, so evening. So I did get some footage yesterday, a little bit, but it was mainly before. Well, it was before the yard, and then I did an intro. So and the intro was kind of long, so I may can edit part of that out and throw it in this video, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. The yard I went to cut yesterday was actually one from it was about 3 or 4 days over what the scheduled day to cut was. So it was a little thick. That's the one where I had the yellow jackets in the back, but she called me the day before and let me know that the pest control company, she had contacted them. They had already come out and cleaned up or gotten rid of the yellow jacket nest and stuff. So that had been taken care of, which is a good thing. So so I got that mowed yesterday, but it was basically dark when I finally got done with it. I had to go over it about 3 times, mainly because it was a little wet. The grass was, and so even doing the double cut, the old wash and wax, which old Wild Bill likes. So shout out to Wild Bill. Check his channel out, Wild Bill's Lawn Care. He always likes to talk about that wash and wax. He said every time he double cuts now he thinks about that. But so I went over it twice and it still had some clumps in it. So what I did was something I've explained before, is I just kind of raised the deck up about 3/4 of an inch and then just kind of went back over the areas and dispersed it a little bit more. So it should be in pretty good shape. So she actually went on ahead and paid me for yesterday's cut and the next one. So which that's kind of being the norm now for that customer. She will pay me for multiple cuts at a time. So which is fine. I just make note of it on my calendar where I write down my schedule, and we're good to go the next time I get there. So I just go and get it knocked out. But anyway, I had to get up this morning and swap out the blades on the quick track. I bought a set, or picked up a set from my local dealer yesterday evening, and since I got back so late yesterday and to give me some supper and stuff, so I didn't get to put those on. So I got up this morning and went down to the shop, put those on, and got loaded up. Just left from picking up some ice in the cooler. So now I'm on my way down to do some mowing, going to the church property first, and then I'll be going up the road to the 3 properties that's right there together. The ladies, those 3 properties that I cut, 2 across the street from each other, and then 1 next door, which is actually next door to another property. But the way I got it, the way my schedule works, I'm in that area every weekend. So the one next door, which I just cut for the first time last weekend, on one side of that lady, that and that rental property will obviously not be due until next Saturday, which is fine. It's just the way it works out. But then once I get those 3 done, I've got that gentleman's mom, which was one of the new properties that I got and started doing 2 weeks ago. So that's what I got going on. Like I said, I got the quick track, and I'll probably put a picture or two in here. So I'll put a picture or two in there. Hopefully y'all see that. That was yesterday evening when I got done with that property, and those ain't Christmas light glowing. So I'm going to be using the Z most of the day this morning. My father-in-law's probably going to come help me this afternoon, sometime after lunch, and what little bit of time I need to, I will be using the quick track some later. And my plan will be probably not this evening, because I don't know if I'll get back in time to get started. But if nothing else, maybe tomorrow afternoon and or Monday, because it's I'm actually off from work for Labor Day. I will attempt to swap out the muffler. So I know, again, I know Bill's looking forward to that one. He's said he's excited to see it happen, see it go down. So hopefully I can make a decent video out of that and put it up there, kind of a how-to changing the muffler out. I'm thinking, I'm hoping. I'm thinking and I'm hoping. I don't know what happens when I get to thinking about stuff I got to repair. Just like them caster wheels. It's never as easy as you think it's going to be, or hope in most cases, especially when it comes to working on lawnmowers. I think Mr. Gerald would agree with me. So shout out to Mr. Gerald over at Clean and Green. It just never turns out to be easy in most cases. So I think even Jay and Christina over at Jay's Crazy Cut, shout out to them. They've been having issues with their mowers. I think they had 3 of their 4 mowers down a week or 2 ago, and they've had all kind of issues too. But you know, we all know that's part of it. But sometimes it seems like we're just gonna get all the problems out of the way at one time, and it's crazy sometimes. But you got to keep your head down, keep moving forward, keep grinding it out, and eventually work itself out. Get on out the other side of everything that's going on and keep on going. So I want to give just a general shout out to everyone out there in the lawn care nation. That everybody's got their own set of problems with their equipment or customers and things like that. So shout out to everybody. Just keep on grinding it out, keep on going, and just focus on doing the best job you can do for your customers, and it'll all work out. So like I said, shout out to everybody. So I am about to hop on the interstate and head down one exit a couple miles down the road. So I'm trying to think if there was one in between us, but just one more exit down a couple miles down the road and get off to go to the area where the church and everything's at, and get started cutting some grass. So y'all stick around. Whoa. My camera all out of whack there. I'm like, oh, a headshot instead of a sky shot. So the sun's gonna mess with me when I get going down the road here. So y'all stick around, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm gonna start with the quick track, and what I'm gonna do is probably get a little bit of footage here, just cleaning up the landing strip or parking area. So I'm gonna cut at least kind of down to the pole, maybe all the way to the end, and clean this area up so that I can pull the truck up off of the parking lot here. So see what kind of footage this turns into, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. So in just a minute. So, got that area cleaned up, basically from the tree to the building to the back corner. So now I can pull the truck up and get to cutting some more grass. See what kind of footage I can get. Alright, real quick, got it mowed all the way up. This is all, well, I say double cut, but it's cut, and then I raised the deck up 3/4 of an inch and went back over it to spread out the somewhat crazy amount of thatch that was back here. So ain't the cleanest that it's ever been, but given the amount of thatch that was out here, it's pretty doggone good shape. So the Z-Track getting it done. I did do a good bit with the quick track, kind of not back here, but like the other side of the church is real narrow, up in this way, front of the church, and then around the front of this building. So just gonna show you some finished product. I still got to trim it out and blow it off, so I'm gonna hop on that, but just wanted y'all to see some progress. Hope y'all enjoying it. Finished product on number 2. My father-in-law is across the street on number 3, and here's the front, and around the back of the house, all the way back to behind those vines back there. So not gonna walk all the way back there. Pretty much got it all looking like this. It's all cut on 2.5, and yeah, so gonna see if I get any more footage. I know I just got that little bit at the church at this point, but stay tuned. We'll see if I can get some more from some of these other yards, trying to get them knocked out. Alright, well, this is number 3. We're knocking them out so fast I ain't got time to film, so making it happen today, which we kind of got to. This one's for you, Bill. Kind of a gloomy sky shot, but over to that tree right there, and then backyard, laying down a nice edge with the trimmer there on the front walk. Got some pruning to do here later on. And just a quick glimpse into the back. So I'm about to move the truck because we're on this one here, and probably my father-in-law's been cutting while I finished up this third one. So yeah, we rolling today. So the footage that I got earlier was looking like it might be it until we got one more that I might get footage on, but we'll see. So this is number 4, another big property, close to 2 acres. That one's 2 acres. This one's almost 2 acres, and the church is a little over 2.5, almost 3. So this is number 4, and quick track sitting down there. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, down there. I just moved my father-in-law's truck, so I'm gonna move Jaws over here. And I got all my decals replaced. That's right, Mr. Gerald, they're all orange and white. I just messing with him. So but yeah, number 4 and moving on, so stick around. All right, this is number 4. All the way down around here, and avoid stepping on mushrooms. Around the back and all the way down there. Moving on. Well, y'all, always something. Ashley making record time today. Well, my father-in-law helped him, and we actually did those 3 properties back there in about 3.5 hours, which was a little over 6 acres. So it's like 3:30ish, 3:45, something like that. And one more property on my list. It's raining, and it looks like it's been raining. And I don't know if we'll get to do this last one. I'm like, yeah, killing me, man. So, it's sprinkling over here, but don't know. We'll see. It's already rained here, so maybe it's just passing through, and we'll get a big enough break to get it done. So, probably won't do any filming just because I'm gonna be in that big of a rush. Look at there, nice big hayfield. So, love the country, y'all. If it's clear enough when I get done, maybe I'll try to actually at least show some of the property. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one pans out. So I'll let you know when I come back. All right, y'all, this is that new property. I'm not gonna show a lot of it, but some. So we have this strip here that goes down and around here, that shop. There's a strip from whatever that is down there, the little dog house, I think is what, yeah, right there. All the way out to that thick grass, kind of right through here. Around these trees and stuff. There's some roots on that side. There's a patch there and there on either side of the driveway. It's not too big, but this little strip here. And across the front. So I'll be back. Whew, all right, y'all. So you kind of seen the finished product on that one, along with the other 3. I only got that mowing footage from first thing this morning, where I was clearing out my parking spot to get the truck off the parking lot. But man, it was a good day. So we did that church, because it is 5:50. Not even 6 o'clock yet, and yeah, got the church, which was got those 3 right there together, and got that new property there. So that's 4, 6, 7 3/4, 9.5 acres. Not too bad, and it's pretty thick. There was a fair amount of double cutting, in which the second cut was mainly to disperse clippings. The first cut was rather clean. It was just there were so many clippings that kind of had to. This road's rough, y'all. Sorry. Just kind of had to go back over it and disperse it in some places. It was like really thick. So given that to be done at before 6 o'clock, when I think the last or 2 weeks ago when I was out here, which there was a little more edging work back there, but it was 8:30 when we got this route done last time. So yeah, I guess we had a little bit different routine today. Basically, my father-in-law just kind of kept mowing whenever he would get done with a certain section of the property if there wasn't anything left but a little bit for me to do and maybe some weed eating here or there. He would just ride the lawnmower on over to the next one and kind of keep rolling, which was a good thing we could do that since they were all right there together. But looking good. I was passing by the one I did the other day. That's the one I did all the real-time mowing footage in. But and we got some rain today, so guess what? All this stuff will probably be popped up in about 4 or 5 days. But I'm still two yards behind. One yard, I don't know if they are doing anything for Labor Day. He is a pastor at a church, and a lot of times he'll have the youth over. So I guess I need to check and see if they're having anybody over tomorrow afternoon or possibly Monday morning on Labor Day. And it probably would be better if I could do them tomorrow afternoon. No, that's Sunday. Y'all forgive me. Just so that would give me all day Monday to work on the muffler, so then I'd have a whole day to do that. We'll see. I am on early shift this week, which is a good thing, so that may allot me some time to catch back up. I may just gut it out and push them on into Tuesday. That one small lake property that's way out there, that thing's gonna require a push hog by then, because it'll be, well, at this rate I might as well just wait. Well, I don't know, because I think, here, you can hear a little better without all that wind blowing. I got a dirt stash here going on, so makes me look sophisticated. Like, hello. I don't know where that comes. So yeah, I don't know, because let's see, if I wait, they're regularly scheduled for next, I think it's either Wednesday or Thursday. So I was thinking, I mean, if I'm not going to get them done tomorrow or Monday, then I might as well just put them back on their regular scheduled cut, and they'll be back on schedule, and I'll just had to miss a cut for this year. So, we'll see. Well, with the rain we've gotten, I don't know how much they've gotten up there. It's probably that 1 yard. It's Bermuda, and I don't want to take too much off of it. I know I've said it before. I'm not a fan of Bermuda. I know a lot of people like it. It's actually pretty good grass. I just don't like having to mess with cutting it, because it's too easy to nick it and scalp it, and if it's got the least little, it doesn't grow evenly in a lot of cases, and then you get patches where it shoots up taller, kind of out in the middle of the yard. And then when you cut it level with the rest of the yard, you end up with a brown patch. Which, like I said, most of my customers are bi-weekly, so I know somebody's going to say in the comments, well, if you cut the Bermuda weekly at such and such a height, then you won't have that problem. Well, you know, if the customer's not complaining about it, and the customer only wants it cut every 2 weeks, then I guess I'm the only one that's got a problem with it. This dude back here is about to drive up on my trailer. I just all of a sudden caught a glimpse of him. But I'm gonna whip into the gas station up here and grab me a Monster and a candy bar or something. That's kind of a snack. I had some crackers and a body armor earlier, but that's pretty much all I've had all day. I may get me a jerky, Jack Link's jerky, if they got one. Good protein. When I get home, I may try to take my oldest daughter to possibly to Starbucks, because I've been saying I was going to take her, but I'm obviously, I'm usually getting home at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So now that I'll be getting back at, say, 6:15, I'll go ahead and take the opportunity to take her up there and have a little daddy-daughter time. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and what little bit of that 5 minutes or 3 minutes of mowing footage from earlier, however much it was, and then the finished results from all the properties today. It was a good day. So, whew, yeah. Oh, about to get into some rain, I think, unless that's coming out of the trees. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. I'm not going to drag it out. I want to say thank y'all to all my subscribers. Creeping on up with them. Hold up there, buddy. Somebody is about to pull out in front of me. Creeping on up there a little bit, and just eventually get to 1,000. But like I've said a couple times before, if I don't get one more than what I got now, I'll still keep putting some videos out. Enjoy it. Enjoy the comments. Like I said, thank you to everybody who supported the channel. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. It'd be appreciated. Y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.